Hello everyone, I'm Eleanor Swanepoel, Acting Deputy Director in the College of Graduate Studies, working in the office of our Executive Dean. You are welcome to UNISA. We are so glad that you decided to study with us. You have now already registered for this year, and we are going to take you through the journey to make sure that you have a successful and fruitful study journey here at UNISA.
The South African Qualifications Authority, also known as SAQA, that is a requirement which you will most probably be well known with, as you are most probably already a registered student at UNISA. Our foreign students, students with foreign qualifications, as you know, in 2022, Senate has approved that all students with foreign qualifications must submit a SAQA certificate of evaluation. What was added to that is that students may apply and even be registered without the SAQA certificate. But there are exceptions that apply in certain colleges. They expect you to submit a SAQA certificate on application. That's more specifically in the College of Science, Engineering and Technology. The important part is that you have to submit that certificate of evaluation within your first year of registration. Unfortunately, if you do not submit it in the first year of registration, no further registrations will be allowed. So a very important document, and to make sure that you submit it on time. The SAQA evaluation of foreign qualification actually means that's the process that is followed by SAQA to verify the authentication of your foreign qualification and to compare your qualification with our South African qualifications. And they are on specific NQF levels, and I'll take you through the NQF levels further in this presentation. The SAQA evaluation process basically looks at four things: that the university that you attended is accredited and recognized in your country's national education system. It will check that the qualification have been legitimately issued by the issuing body or your university. Furthermore, it will also check that the documents that you have submitted at SAQA and the award that you claimed you received for that qualification, that is genuinely the case. And the fourth one is where they will compare the qualification that you completed at your other university with a qualification here in South Africa, and it will indicate what is the closest comparable qualification in South Africa. A typical example will be you maybe did a master's degree in politics at the University of Ghana, and now you come to South Africa, you want to study here at UNISA, now you submitted your documents at SAQA, then they will compare your master's program in politics at Ghana with our master's programs. They look at credits that you've done, and then they will give it an NQF level. And this is where we will also explain the NQF levels to you. And we're going to focus basically on the master's and doctor's NQF level. If you applied and you registered for a master's degree, the old NQF level for that was an 8, as well as for the doctoral qualifications. And then SAQA changed the NQF levels, and now a doctoral qualification is on NQF level 10, and a master's degree is on NQF level 9. So important, if you want to study for the master's, your NQF level of your previous qualification must be on NQF level 8. If you want to do a doctorate qualification, then your NQF level of your university that you attended, that qualification, NQF level must be on a 9. And it's important to take note of this. We have seen quite a number of MBAs qualifications from foreign universities that were evaluated on a level 8. It is important that when you submit your documents, especially for you that did coursework qualifications, to also submit a copy of that is your project that you completed or the mini dissertation that you completed as part of your application. And because they're going to check on the credits of that. And if that credit for that project or mini dissertation is extremely low, that NQF level will come out on an 8, which unfortunately makes that you, if it's lower than an 8, you will not qualify for the master's program. Very important to take note of that. Then on the SAQA website, you will see quite a quick turnaround time that they promise on their website. 30 working days, 20 working days, and high priority 10 working days. We unfortunately, from experience, and I'm sure some of you are in the same boat, you've applied quite a long time ago, and you have not heard anything from them. You are still waiting. Unfortunately, the SAQA processing times that they provide here is not the real timeline that it takes. What they do is that when you apply at SAQA, they send the documents that you submitted to your university with a request that that university has to confirm that you completed that qualification with them. Also provide information about the university to SAQA. And it seems that the problem sometimes happen is that the university in the country doesn't respond very quickly to that. What I normally recommend, if you contact SAQA and they tell you that they have already contacted your university, go to that university if it's at all possible, or write to them and say they need to check that SAQA has sent them an email and who they should send it to as soon as possible. That is the majority of the time that causes delays in the issuing of that certificate of evaluation. How can we support you as UNISA? We provide you with information on SAQA on our international student page, what documents you need to submit, what you need to do, how the fees work, all of that is on that information pages that we have. Then from 2025, when you made your first application here at UNISA, you would have seen that we've added that you could indicate the SAQA reference number in your online application. We are going to use that information, extract it, and send it to SAQA to say, these are our students. Please expedite their SAQA of evaluation, the certificate of evaluation process. That is the one way that we can assist you to make follow-ups. In previous years, students had to complete a form that is on that information page where they could give us permission to contact SAQA on their behalf. Ethiopian students, please, if you are struggling with your payment of SAQA fees, please contact the Ethiopia Regional Office. They will assist you to arrange payment with SAQA. When you receive your SAQA certificate of evaluation, please upload it for us on the portal, or you can email it to mnd@unisa.ac.za. Sorry, there's an error on the slide. It should ac.za. It is important that you indicate your student number in the subject line of your email. Very important, please give us a bit of time and we need to confirm that we've received it. Do not just send it and assume that we've done that. What we will do on our side when we receive that certificate of evaluation, we will capture the information on your record. We will check that you meet the correct NQF level, what I explained earlier to you. If that NQF level is in order, we will inform you that everything is in order and that you can continue with your studies. Unfortunately, it does happen that the NQF level that has been provided by SAQA is lower than the expected NQF level. You and your supervisor will be informed. Your registration will be administratively cancelled, meaning that the funds will go back into your student account and your studies will be discontinued immediately. What options do you have if that should happen to you? You can now take a decision. You can either claim your money back and go to another university, or you can go back to SAQA and appeal the NQF level. Unfortunately, that also costs a bit of money if you want to appeal their decision. The other option is to apply for a lower qualification at UNISA. Sometimes it doesn't feel right to say, but I've done a master's or I've done a honors degree. Why must I repeat it? That's why I'm giving you all the options that you can look at them and take a decision what will be the best for you. And then there's a fourth option, is to apply for direct admission via recognition of prior learning. That's the RPL process. Their information is on the website. You can make an application. You provide them with a letter where we indicate to you that the NQF level is not on the correct level. You use that letter and you will take that to the RPL office, email it through to them, and then they will start the process at the academic department. And how I see it is that if you already worked with your supervisor, they can also look at the work that you've already submitted, and that could influence the application at the RPL office. I hope that it will not be the case for you, but please take note of all the information provided to you. It will really help you to understand the processes at SAQA and what happens at UNISA, and that you need to receive confirmation that everything is in order. I thank you so much for your time.
We would like to thank you so much for taking time to listen to us. We hope that you have learned a lot and that you will be able now, when you have a question, to know where to go and what to do to ensure that your journey with us is successful.